Hey guys, Dr. Reka Reddy here. I often get questions about bonded retainers, what they are, and what the pros and cons of them are. So I decided to make a little video here that just kind of talks about how we place a bonded retainer and also how you can care for it after it's been placed. A bonded retainer is basically a piece of metal wire. We use either a solid wire or a braided wire. That's my preference, is to use the braided. And it's placed on the inside of your teeth. So on the bottom teeth, it would be the tongue surface, and on your upper teeth towards the palate or the roof of your mouth. The benefits to a bonded retainer are that they are going to provide 24/7 permanent retention. So on the bottom, we generally will bond the bottom 6 front teeth, which is basically from canine to canine. It goes on the inside of your mouth. You're not going to be able to see it, but it's going to be there all the time. That doesn't mean you don't need to also wear your removable retainers, but it's just going to provide some extra retention in those areas where we tend to get most relapse down the road. We also sometimes use a bonded retainer on the upper teeth in certain cases. If there's a space in between your front 2 teeth, that's called a diastema. So those tend to want to open back up too. So a lot of times I'll use it in that kind of case. Or if we have a patient who has what we call an open bite, those patients tend to relapse quickly too. But the majority of the time, bonded retainers are placed on the bottom arch, on the tongue side of your lower teeth, as we're going to show you in this video. So as I said earlier, one of the pros to a bonded retainer is that you're going to get full-time support of those front 6 teeth. This is great because it's really going to help protect all the time and money that you spent in trying to align your teeth, protecting your investment. The downside of the bonded retainer is that they can be difficult to clean. It involves a specific technique to use a floss threader in between the bonding of the retainer, because we bond that retainer to every tooth to help maintain the stability. One other issue we do sometimes see is that you can have speech and chewing disturbances. This is mainly when we bond the retainer to the upper teeth. So we have to really weigh the pros and cons in that situation if we think that this is going to be a high relapse type of situation. So in the next clip here, you're going to see a sped up version of how I place a bonded retainer on a patient. And after that, you're going to see my hygienist showing a patient how to properly use the floss threader to get in between each contact. So that entire process generally takes about 15 minutes to place a bonded retainer. So here we can see Felicia is placing the floss through the loop of the floss threader, and then she takes the pointy end of the threader through the contact underneath the wire, so closer to the gum. So she's leaving the floss doubled here to make it a little bit thicker. That's going to get off some more plaque, and then rubs it along each side of the tooth to remove the plaque and tartar buildup. So then she's going through the next contact here, so you can see the pointy end goes in the little triangle between the teeth under the wire, and then rubbing the floss on each surface of each tooth. So it's really important to make sure that you're using your floss threader consistently. If you're not using this every day, plaque and tartar is going to build up underneath the metal wire, and it's going to cause inflammation of your gums. When the gums get really inflamed, a couple things are going to happen. It's either going to hurt, so you're not going to want to put the floss threader through, or that contact is going to become really tight from buildup and or inflammation, and you won't be able to put floss through anyway. I hope this helped you learn a little bit more about bonded retainers, and we'll see you next time.
Ta-da! You're done. Susie?